that when I was writing a book.
Well, I didn't want to tell you everything.
Yeah, why I do that is just your biography.
Well, I know what you have to tell them I want to do nothing. I doubt that.
You said that you played a song, that Elvis wanted you to play one song over and over again. Do you remember what it was that he...
Come what may.
Come What May.
Yeah.
And you played it for sometimes for hours, right? For just...
I played it on the night.
Right.
But he kept wanting to play it again.
And he would lean on the piano, right? And listen to you play.
He was sneaky about that. All I was trying to do was learn the words to it. He fooled me on that one. But it was great. Great days, great times. I remember it very well.
You told me some great stories about some of your early road trips with Johnny Cash and Carl Perkins. And you thought that Carl was a genuine musician, right? I mean,
genuine all the way, right? Very talented musician, singer too.
And as I understand it, y'all fought each other across the hood of a Buick.
Across the trunk.
Oh, was it the trunks?
Yeah. Well, it could have been. Yeah, you might be right. It could have been the hood.
I got something right.
I think it did. I think it was the trunk, really.
Stone the Crows. There were musicians on that bill like Johnny.
Yeah.
Now, Johnny wanted to close the show too.
Well, he was closing the show.
Well, he was because he had some big hits out right then, and you were just.
Well, I just had my first record. I never leave my head shut.
Right. Now, but tell me what happened when you would do your first encore, second encore, and third encore, and Johnny is waiting in the wings, waiting to go on. That was tough on him, wasn't it?
Well, it was. I never thought about it being that way. That's back then.
Right.
And I was slacking about it. Johnny got a little upset about it, but he didn't get upset at me.
Right.
He got upset with the promoters. Because the guy was a disc jockey that was introducing us on stage. He introduced me, and I got my show, and he got really enthusiastic about it, And he come back out, brought me back on for another encore, brought me back on for another encore, and brought me back on for the third encore. Man, this is enough. And then it's time for Johnny to go on. So I walk off there, he said, "Hey, bro, I walk the line, Jerry Lewis." And Johnny said, "He just dropped his guitar." I said, "Son, this could happen to anybody." I said, "You want me to go walk the line?"
Didn't you play Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good on stage before Chuck went on one time?
Yeah, I did that accidentally. I really didn't mean to do it. Just hit me. I've done it, and I didn't done it, but I could do about it.
It seems to me that everything you did wrong in your life was accidental. If I remember correctly.
On purpose.
Tell me a little bit, tell these folks, about your second great career as a vacuum cleaner salesman.
Vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, are you so...
Sewing machine.
Sewing machine. There it is. Y'all got no idea what this was like. At one point, and I'm not making this up, at one point, he kind of looked at me and said, if I recall correctly, "Would you like to see my 357 Magnum?" And I remember thinking, no. No, I don't. I'm still nervous. But you were a sewing machine salesman for the Atlas Sewing Machine Company.
Atlas Sewing Machine Company out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Baton Rouge.
But you had a special method. You had a special method of selling sewing machines.
Well, yeah, I can say that. Kind of that's the right part of it. I had my record out there,
Right.
And I was down out in Louisiana selling sewing machines. And now this is true. I sold 25 sewing machines in one day.
Really?
I'll never tell you how I did it, but I did it. And it was legal too.
I think that's in here somewhere, your methodology.
That's true. I ain't gonna lie about it. What?
You gotta tell them now.
I have told them.
You didn't tell them how you did it.
That's none of your business. I've never told you that.
Well, moving right along.
All right now, my wife. Now, let's just set you up. She wants to get in the act.
There was a wonderful moment when I asked her, Lee, I said, why, you're getting married again. This is before y'all got married. And I said, you're getting married again. And he said, and he won't say this, so I'll say it for him. He said, well, we were spending a lot of time together, so we thought we'd just go all the way. And I was sitting there thinking, yeah, I need to go back to Alabama. But this was also a question that someone asked. I want to try to get to as many of those as I can. What do you want to do now? What do you want to do now? What's left for you to do as far as your music goes?
Well, as long as God gives me breath to breathe, this walking cane will help me walk. And that wheelchair back there to help me roll. I think I just want to play my piano and sing my song.
You told me also that as long as you could look out in the crowd and see something on the faces of the people there, what is it you want to see on their face when you look out in the crowd?
Well, I don't really know. I always do my first song. I look at my audience and tell exactly what they wanted to hear on you there. And so I commenced doing my show for them. I've done a different show every time anyway.
Now, you've been known to play 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah, I've been known to do that.
Right. I think in one show, one of your fans said he played every song I'd ever heard, including Jingle Bells and the Easter Bunny song. And it was July.
Easter parade, yeah.
But then you would get on your plane and fly back to Memphis and play 3-4 hours for nothing.
Yeah,
for fun.
yeah, that sounds good. A guy had a club with Red Rogers, name's Kenny Rogers. I'm not sure who's saying it, but this was Red Rogers. He said, just hang in there, folks. All you have to do is drink, whatever you want. Jerry Lee's landed his Learjet out there at the airport tonight. He'll be here in about 20 minutes. And this is everything I come in. I said, I can go on out there and give him a show,
You own several
It was
planes.
backside.
Right, yeah. You own, as I understand it, you own several planes, and including you had a couple of pilots that might have taken a nap once at the controls. Is that right?
Well, yeah, that happened when they were demonstrating the plane for me one time. They flew me out to Vegas and flying me back to Vegas to Memphis. And the man who was with me is the sheriff from Knoxville, Tennessee. He came back here, back of the plane where I was sitting, and he said, Jerry, I have to tell you this, I want you to know that your pilots up there are asleep. I said, oh, you gotta be joking. He said, I'm telling you, they are snoring. So I went up there and took a look, and he was right. And I grabbed him guy, and I said, hey, man, what are you doing? I looked down, I could see huts. Shacks and things on the ground, river and lakes. I said, there's no airport down there, son. He said, you're right, boy. They started getting maps out and doing it. I said, oh, we got enough fuel to get me home. They said, well, we'll see. I said, well, you just come right, we'll see. And they got me